All right, partygoers, welcome back to Zero Dark Nerdy, the galaxy's most average pop culture podcast, brought to you by the Believe Podcast Network, betonline.ag, Sailfish Comics, with three fantastic locations for you here in North Carolina, one in Concord, one in Winston-Salem, and one right here in Greensboro, right across from Best Buy. Let's not forget Scotty the Body Springer for all of your entertainment needs when it comes to DJing, lighting, picture booths, photo booths, whatever you call them, the whole nine yards. Be sure to hit them up at topropeentertainment.com. Most importantly, for those of you here in the Triad area, be sure to follow our brand new group page on Facebook, which is Greensboro Game Nights and Events. It's going to let you know where we're going to be at Monday through Friday for all of our trivia nights, music bingo, family feud, and so much more. But yeah, we're going to get into it. This is all about the Fantastic Four, the latest and last MCU movie of 2025. After this, we got a few things in 2026 that we're going to talk about, but it's been a phenomenal summer. It really has. So one movie I've not seen yet that I can't wait to see in theaters is F1. Hopefully it's still out there. Same director that did Top Gun Maverick, which really honestly helped bring movies back into the limelight after the pandemic. So I do still want to see that in theaters. Jordan and I have talked about Weapons with Julia Gardner. Julia Gardner is just having a phenomenal year right now, and cannot wait to see this horror flick from the director of Barbarian.
I think so, yeah.
Yes, same director from Barbarian. Apparently Wilder, bigger budget. The trailers look insane.
I don't know about Wilder. I don't know. Wilder than Barbarian?
Yeah. Yeah,
Mm,
it kind of looks like that. And like I said, the trailers look crazier and crazier and crazier. So to me, that's like the last summer blockbuster before we get into our Fox 8 episodes coming up. Yes, that's right. Starting September 1st, you'll be able to find our video episodes on Fox 8 Plus. So we are very excited about that. So this is your boy Brian, aka El Nino, and today I'm joined with.
Jordan, aka Baby Knife.
Ooh, hold on. Why do I always do that? There we go. There we go. Baby knife with the good lighting going on right now in the
Yeah.
backdrop.
Thanks to
Ooh,
my bae.
ooh, there she
Woo!
is. Hey.
We might get a few opinions and a rating from her as well. Big
Yes, I
Marvel
would
fan.
love that. I would love that. For those of you that have not tuned in to the Thunderbolts episode, Bay was on that and she was fantastic. So, yes, if we can get her take on it as well,
Yeah.
especially because she's a brand new MCU fan. So, getting into the whole spiel of Fantastic Four, I will say this. If you are
Yeah,
brand new
you
to
go
the
first.
MCU, yes, yeah, if
Yeah.
you're brand new to the MCU, or just have kids that are like dying to get into it and you don't need to follow up on all 45 projects, however many it is before it, you can literally dive into this movie and it does not affect that at all whatsoever.
Yes. Thank God.
It's a different multiverse. Let's just say we're in the multiverse saga of the MCU, and it seems like it's set in the 1950s and 60s of, I think it's year what, 80, or planet 88 or
Oh,
something
I
like
don't know
that.
the planet number. It's
Yeah.
definitely like 50s inspired, but it's also
Yes.
futuristic, so it's obviously not like
Yeah.
our 1950, but you know.
Yes, it's very much like a Jetsons 1950s, which is what I
Yeah.
loved because that was one of the shows that my dad really enjoyed growing up, and I would get to watch the Jetsons with Abuelo. So big shout out to Abuelo. And by the way, I forgot to mention this earlier, but big shout out to my friend Chad Wilson, who unfortunately passed away last week. Just went to the funeral today. It was great to run into some old friends and family and this, that, and the other. At the end of the day, I know you're up there staring down at us. He wasn't the biggest comic book movie fan or a movie goer at heart, but he's one of those guys to where, God forbid something happened to you, he had your back no matter what. So, prayers and wishes going out to Chad Wilson and his family. So let's go from that. Keep it moving before I get all choked up here. So me, Bailey, Jordan, Hattie. Big shout outs to Hattie, by the way. And Ashley went to go see it opening night at, of course, Golden Ticket Cinemas. I forgot to give him a shout out at the beginning of the show. In the Elite movie theater, and I got to tell
Yeah,
you, it was just absolutely.
that was my first time in that theater.
That's right. That's
It's
right.
yeah, we both B and I were both like, this is nice. And then
Yeah.
the heated seats. I mean, yeah, she's gonna want to like all the movies in the future. We're gonna try for Elite. Is
I forgot to
nice.
mention
It's
this too.
awesome.
Before you guys got there, you could have ordered your food from the seats as well.
I know, but because I didn't want like the interruption for a movie like
Right.
that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So back to what I was saying. This is a great MCU film in terms of whether if you're a brand new fan or even an old school fan, it's a good break, right? Like you don't have
Yes.
to be caught up. You don't have to be wondering like, oh well, what happened in Daredevil and Echo and in this and that and the other. Like it to me, it just seemed like a really brand new start to the
Yes, it
MCU.
was very refreshing. Yeah.
1000%. The performances were great. But we talked about this on a very prior mini episode. I'm sure I'm going to butcher his name. You know me. I got to change my name to Brian the Butcher because I just butcher people's names throughout every single podcast episode. But Ralph Ineson, Einstein,
Yeah. No, you had it right, I think.
okay, Ineson, from The Witch, or The Vivitch, as a lot of us say. But he was also in Game of Thrones and in a lot of stuff. Like when I first found out that he was going to be playing the voice of Galactus,
Mm,
I geeked the hell out.
yeah.
It's just the perfect casting. And then when you actually get, by the way, as always, spoilers ahead. If you have not seen the movie, you may want to hold off on listening to the rest of the episode. But they actually use his likeness, from pretty much the mouth
Well,
down.
yeah,
But
what
he
you
was
can
dressed
see.
up that, as him, which is fantastic because to me, he's got one of the most iconic voices
Hmm.
in, I would say, movie and television history. Like, you just know when he's on the screen.
Yeah.
And you being an A24 fan, like, how did you feel about the announcement at first and then seeing him represented on screen as Galactus?
I
Because
mean,
he
I
was
was
also he was
excited.
also in
Yeah.
the Green Knight.
Yeah, I haven't seen The Green Knight though.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, I love The Witch. It's one of my favorite A24 movies and his voice and I haven't seen it in a while. I think he like kind of narrates certain parts of the movie
Mm-hmm.
and it's just like very much sets the tone of that gothic
Mm-hmm.
dark, witch days. It's a very like potential to be terrifying voice.
One
So,
thousand percent.
yeah, I mean, I was excited just because of him being in it. I really didn't know. I know, enough about Galactus, but I'm not like a huge like I wasn't, you know, a mega fan of this villain or whatever. But I was just excited that he was going to be in it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And again, like he just kills it in everything he's in. I know you haven't seen The Green Knight. It's not the greatest A24 film, but he plays phenomenal. And it's not even villain, and that's the thing. There's these characters, and you and I have discussed this to where it's like they have a motive. Does that motive make him a bad guy? Maybe, but they're also sometimes
Sure.
caught up in their own world and in
Right.
their own hell, and they're trying to get out of their own hell. So, with that being said, when it comes to the movie, I like the way they did the intro. We didn't get a long, drawn out. It was pretty much set like I think what 4 years after they got their powers. It was right around that time. Like it
Yeah.
wasn't too long after.
Yeah, it wasn't too long. That sounds right.
But
Four
I think they did
years-ish.
a great job of it, and the thing, especially with the thing in the especially the original Fantastic Four movies, was that, he just felt sorry for himself for being a rock person per se. But you didn't see that, and on top of that, Ebon Moss Backrack, who we all know from The Bear, was, I thought,
Yeah.
fantastic. Like, to me, he really stole the show, just capturing the heart and soul of the thing, which is not someone that feels sorry for himself. He embraces it, and you can see, Pedro Pascal as Mr. Fantastic throughout the entire movie. He's kind of a shell of himself, right?
Yeah.
Am I the only one that got that? Like, I really feel like he was
He is,
beating
and then he
himself
kind
up.
of. Are you talking about Pedro?
Yeah,
About Mr.
yeah, about
Fantastic?
Mr. Fantastic.
Oh yeah, definitely. He's definitely got some walls up, and I'm confused at the part where he's holding Franklin, and he's like, he doesn't say like I'm a bad person, but he's like I'm. What does he say? Do you remember? He says something that just caught me off guard, and I was like, what does that mean? Or he was like, I'm not a no, I don't know, but it was something along the line of like being afraid of himself, kind of, or
Right.
like, and I'm
Where he
kind of
was just
wondering,
like, is it the scene where he was talking to Sue Storm, his wife, and where he was like, everything I do is like bad. Like, I just always think about the
well,
bad
that too,
stuff.
yeah. I think that was a different scene than what I'm
Yeah.
thinking of, but
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So he's very
Gotcha.
hard on himself for sure. And I mean, he's a
Yeah.
perfectionist though. So
Yes.
like he's all science and reason.
Yeah.
There should be a logical answer for everything.
Yep.
And I mean, it shows. He definitely struggles with like some emotional and social cues for sure.
Yeah.
But he was great. I thought the casting was perfect for everybody.
Yeah. I
Absolutely
agree.
everybody.
I agree. Absolutely agree 100%. And I tell you, Paul Walter Hauser as Mole Man, I think is my like undercover favorite. Not favorite, but like just so well
He was good.
done.
Yeah, I don't know who that is. I mean, I'm sure
Yeah.
I've seen him,
Oh,
but
he's been in
he's a
a
funny
lot
character.
of stuff. He's been in a lot
Yeah,
of stuff.
he
He's a
had a
good
familiar
friend
face.
yeah, he's a good friend to Archie over at Unrealistic Ideas. He was actually in season 2 of Wall Street, but he has been in a ton of stuff. And let me tell you, just because the Mole Man character has never been respected at all
I did
whatsoever.
not know who Mole Man was. Sorry,
Yeah.
everybody.
Oh
But
yeah, no, it's all right because they kind of did a play off of him in The Incredibles with the
yeah,
whole like
okay.
the
Oh, yeah, yeah,
submarine.
yeah. I remember that.
Yeah. So they did a play off of him in that, but I thought he was super super great as that. I think Joseph Quinn as Human Torch is
Yep.
great. Like we fell in love with him obviously in Stranger Things, and I remember his
Right.
small cameos in Game of Thrones. Vanessa Kirby is the one, to be honest with you, I just didn't know much about.
I love
And
her. I love her from The Crown. I mean, that's the only thing I
okay,
know her from. I got really into The Crown. I don't know how it happened.
your mom.
No, this is all me. My mom be
Really?
too bored to sit through The Crown. It's very int I like history. I think that's what it is. And the drama, the Crown drama is good.
Okay.
The
So who does she play in The Crown?
She plays the Queen's sister, Princess
Okay.
Margaret.
Okay.
And then The Crown does like they had 6 seasons, and
Yeah.
each 2 seasons was a new cast.
Yeah.
And so she was like the first 2 seasons, which were really good. So she was
Okay.
young Princess Margaret, the young queen when she's just become the queen.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I really loved. She's like my favorite character in The Crown, Princess Margaret.
Yeah.
So I was excited to see her as Sue Storm. I think she killed it. She was awesome.
I mean, nothing against the other. I think besides Mole Man, and again, Pedro, we love you. Joseph, Eban, we love you all. And of course, Ralph. But between Sue Storm, Vanessa Kirby, and Julia Gardner, who I've loved since
Yep.
Ozark, as Shala Baal, the female Silver Surfer. And let's not, if you're here and you're already going to start complaining about it's not a male Silver Surfer and this, that, and the other, then please get off the episode. You don't have to follow us. This is an actual comic book
And
character
this is a real storyline as
in a
well.
real storyline.
This is a like
And
she's not the male Silver Surfer. She's Shala Ball. She's not whatever the
exactly,
Silver Surfer's name. So look that it's an interesting storyline too. I'm definitely gonna
It's a
get the
great
comments.
storyline, and I thought her scenes were incredible. And then when you get to see her storyline, now Joseph Quinn getting to like
Mhm.
dissect the entire language that quickly, it's a comic
Yeah,
movie. What do you want? You know what I
yeah, that
mean?
was
Like
just a little like
that. He like came up with the Rosetta Stone off of one sentence.
yeah, like
So
a very short sentence too.
yeah,
What was it? It was like
it was
I'm
like
home or
I hope you die in peace or something like
I
that
hope you die with yours. I
with
think that was
yours.
it.
Yeah.
And
And
I
then
was
he
trying
ended
to
up
think of that.
dissecting her entire language off of that one line.
I want to get like my linguistics professor from college in here and be like, is this possible to uncover a whole language based off of
Right.
six word sentence?
Exactly. Exactly. So besides all that, Julia Gardner, you
Yeah,
are
she
heaven
was so
sent,
cool.
and it really was. It was just I herald, this, and I mean, and that was
That's,
I saw the interviews where that was her first scene, like her
yeah.
first day of shooting. She had to be up in the middle of Times Square, 30 feet high, and embrace
Hmm.
this character. Like, talk about pressure.
Yeah, that, and it's all because the way she delivered it was absolutely perfect. There's like
Hmm.
a musicality to it, or like that eeriness of like when you hear the like sirens when like a natural disaster is about to happen or something
Yeah.
like that. It's just something like she delivered it so well that it's all over TikTok. It's all over everything. People making memes about like how good it is and
Yeah.
like just all kinds of really great stuff about it. It's gonna be one of those like lines that is iconic in the
Yeah.
Marvel universe. Like I love you 3000, all that other stuff. Like this is gonna be one of those like
Yeah.
what movie am I quoting? You
When
should know what
she
it
when
is.
I mean when she came down, that was just I think at that point I was like, man, not that I wasn't enjoying the movie, but I was like, we're in for some
It's
shit.
like the calmness of it too,
Yeah.
she's
It's the
very
calm
like calm
before the
spoken.
storm. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. And that's exactly what, a herald kind of it's a warning. She's
Yeah.
just calmly warning like it's gonna happen. Hold your loved ones close.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah.
She leaves.
Girl, bye.
Yeah. And her action scenes too are so cool. I just think it's impressive to me because if you think about, I mean, superheroes are silly,
Right.
period. But we love them for that. But like, to me at least, the concept of a surfboard superhero is like really silly.
Yeah.
And like it just wasn't at all like it was so good. Like the act to like make the action scenes work for something like that to me is like
Yeah.
a hard task of like surfing on, cosmic waves and whatever, but it worked really well. I
It
thought all the
was
action with her
fantastic.
was really cool.
I thought it was going to be hard to beat. A lot of people, and don't get me wrong, Rise of the Silver Surfer, Fantastic Four Part 2, where they had the
God, I haven't seen
liquid
that, so
Galactus, was terrible.
what?
Silver Surfer was the coolest thing about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was like, this is going to be very hard to compete with. Because to me, I was like, you are already beating Galactus. This was a blob that was just flying through the galaxy, which was terrible. Like, you need someone of this scale, but the Silver Surfer was the best thing about
Mm.
the original Fantastic Four Part 2. And had some great scenes. He was surfing and then did the like upside down thing where he was just kind of looking back like, bitch, are you following me? Like,
Yeah.
you're not gonna
I need
catch
to
up with me.
rewatch that.
She just crushed it. Absolutely crushed it. And again, Julia Gardner cannot wait to see you on Weapons. It's literally my most like anticipated horror movie thriller
Yeah.
of this year, and we get it next month. Like, we get it in 2 weeks, so I can't wait for that. But yeah, so in terms of gripes, anything, where are you at with this?
Um, I don't have many gripes, honestly. I mean, yeah, like the Johnny learning the language fast was kind of ridiculous.
Yeah,
But whatever. Like it didn't ruin the movie for me. I didn't like when at the big spoiler alert, when Sue like dies,
Yeah.
and then the baby, Franklin brings her back to life. Okay, I knew that was good. We all knew sitting there that like, oh, this is Franklin's power or whatever. But I hated when that baby clapped.
Yes. The
He's like,
CGI baby was not great.
this
Can we just be honest about that? It
the
was it
CGI
was
baby was
not
it was
good.
fine. Hollywood is apparently horrible at CGIing babies. I think the most
Real
iconic
bad.
example is Twilight. The Just I'll put it like a little clip in there for that, but at least it was better than that. It wasn't bad throughout the whole movie, but there was some certain scenes where you're like, ugh. So I don't know why
Yeah.
Hollywood cannot get babies right with the
I
CGI.
don't either.
But I just hated them the that was so corny to me. Like,
It was like I saved your life. I know what I did. And it
like
was,
no.
yeah, again, I just don't get it when we've had Transformers now for almost 25 years and we can't get a CGI baby right. Like that whole
No, that needs
entire
to be
scene.
studied. Is
Yeah.
CGI? I would love to research that. CGI like in many ways was better in like the
Yeah. I
mid,
feel like The Matrix
2010s.
had better graphics.
I don't know what happened or like, I'm
Did
sure it's
James
all to do
Cameron
with
just steal it
money,
all? I think
but
James Cameron just said, you know what? I'm taking all the good CGI. I'm
yeah, I'm
taking
sure
it.
it's
You
to do
can't
with
use any of
money and
this.
cost and blah blah blah.
But still,
Um,
you're right. I mean,
yeah.
in that last scene, the whole entire scene, and don't get me wrong, it's not just the last scene. The baby looked real CGI throughout the
It's the
entire time he
movement,
was
yeah.
there. But especially that last scene, I'm just like, okay, he's crawling over to the mom, getting over to the mom, saves the mom, and then then
Yeah,
slap hands, slap hands. Like, what
yeah.
in the hell is going on over there? So, do you want to do the history on Franklin Richards, or you want me to?
I mean, I don't have memory of like a formal history. I mean, Franklin's basically like maybe the most powerful mutant, pretty much. Like
He's Omega level,
he
Omega level.
makes like Scarlet Witch and like Charles Xavier look small, pretty much, their
Hmm.
power ability. And like, if you think about how much power those characters have, like, Wanda's was also kind of making realities and breaking realities,
Hmm.
but like Franklin's like creating galaxies and like breaking them in his dreams. Like he can't control it's so powerful that he can't even control it. And so I think in the like in a lot of the comic lines and stories and whatever runs, he causes like a lot of accidental trouble. I saw something that in one run and something in a run that he Galactus is his herald.
So yeah, there's been a few different runs. Like his abilities include telepathy, telekinesis, energy projection, and reality warping, rivaling Marvel's godlike entities. So he
Yeah.
can, just like you said, he can create entire universes, which is a probable cause, like why Galactus is like, this guy is going to save me. Because Galactus has, and again, it's one of those things where it's like, is he a villain or not? Like he has this hunger. He has to
He's
devour
just hungry.
planets. Yeah, he's
He's
hungry.
literally just hungry.
You see me when I'm hungry. So
Yeah.
imagine me Galactus level.
He's like, I gotta eat. I don't know.
So yeah, so Galactus sees him as an infinite source of energy to create worlds for him to consume. So it's almost like a good and bad thing. Like he can probably create planets with maybe no life on it, and
Yeah.
then Galactus can consume it. So while we're at it, mid-credit, post-credit scenes. Mid-credit, I got a little bit
Fine.
excited. I did find out that that was actually Robert Downey
Mm-hmm.
Jr. That
Yep.
was Doctor Doom. So again, spoilers ahead. When you get to the mid-credit scene, it goes ahead 4 years. It's Sue Storm playing with Franklin. She goes to go get some like
Get a
food
book.
or
A little
get a
book
book.
to read.
She gets a book from the kitchen. She comes back. Franklin is touching Doctor Doom's face, but you can't see Doctor Doom's face. You just see the
He's
cape
got his mask off and he's
and
holding his
the
mask.
mask
Yeah.
off.
And there was some
So
hooting and hollering in the theater.
there
Some people
was, there
were
was,
really excited for
yeah.
that.
I would have been more excited if we actually got to see Robert Downey Jr.'s face.
Yeah, no, they can't do that.
But, they
No.
didn't do that. But I'm surprised because I was like, oh, well, they brought in an extra. But that was
They could
actually
have, they
him.
should have at least like we should have at least maybe heard his voice or something. That would have
It's
been cool.
something.
See,
Something.
hear his voice or just
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, I don't know. They forgot how to do credits. Then
They really have.
the second one, I mean, it was cute, but it's literally just a cartoon of the Fantastic Four like
Yep.
intro.
Yep.
And I'm like, I could have just
Yep.
watched that on YouTube.
Marvel, Disney, you're listening. I know you are. You're pretty much Amazon at this point. Fix your post credit scenes for the love of God. They have not been great. Your mid credits have been okay. We had, with Thunderbolts, we had the ship coming in, but then after that, we had the Brainiac guy that was like, they're coming. We still don't know what the hell that even means. And then for the post credit scene for this one, we get a cartoon Fantastic Four.
I mean, it was
What
cute.
the hell?
It was cute, but it should have just been posted on like their socials and not
Yeah.
that, not
It
a
wasn't the Spider Man. Like when they did the Spider Man cartoon, when they were pointing at each other, that was the best cartoon post credit
yeah.
clip. Besides that, they have just not been great these last couple of phases.
No.
And I'm not excited for shit. And they still have a lot to cover up. I think the last decent one, actually, no, it wasn't decent. I don't even want to talk about Doctor Strange. So let's not even get into
I
that
don't
because
even
it's just going to
remember
make me
the
very upset.
credits of
Oh,
that.
it was terrible. The mid credits introduced Charlize Theron, but then the post credit was a random one. And Bruce Campbell, I love you. I love you to death. You don't need to be in everything that old boy does.
I don't even know who is. I gotta see pictures. I'm not good with
So
names.
Bruce
Who's
Campbell's
Bruce
from Evil
Campbell?
Dead.
I'm gonna look him up.
Bruce Campbell's from
Oh,
Evil Dead.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So the
The
director
original?
from Evil Dead, who did the first three Spider-Man films, Sam Raimi, threw him in at the end, at the very end of
Okay,
the
yeah.
last Doctor Strange film, and it's one of
I
the
don't think I've
worst.
even seen that then. I mean, I've seen the movie, but I don't think I've seen the credits.
You're not. I mean, just go on YouTube. We can edit all
Yeah.
this out. I don't want Sam Raimi or Bruce Campbell to hate me,
It's
but it's
fine.
so true though.
I mean,
It's so
it's
true.
fine.
It
Um,
was so terrible, so terrible. All right, so time
um,
for grades now. What are you giving for the last Marvel entry in 2025? And by the way,
well,
in 2026, before we get into that, let me pull it on up here. Here is the schedule for what's coming up next. So this year, in terms of like Disney Plus and Marvel Studios, we got Eyes of Wakanda coming out next month, animated on Disney Plus and Marvel. Then we got Wonder Man coming out in December. Again, Disney Plus and Marvel. Daredevil Born Again 2, Marvel 2026 or March 2026 of next year. I can't wait. My man John Berthal coming back. The Punisher 2026, no set date, but it's supposed to be before Spider-Man 4, Brand New Day, July 31st, 2026. Then we have Vision Quest, which, I can care less. Truth be told, Spider-Man Brand New Day is supposed to lead up to Avengers Doomsday, which is a Christmas. Like
God, that's
all
so
the
far
Avengers
away.
movies that come out in the summertime.
So
This one
far
is
away.
December 18th, at least for right now. This may change. 2026. And then there's an Untitled Project, July 23rd, 2027. And then Secret Wars, which I cannot wait for, December 17th, 2027. So that's the next schedule of MCU stuff coming out either between Disney Plus or in movie theaters. All right.
Okay. I had a couple other things I wanted to shout out about the movie.
Yeah.
Just with like a brief IMDb sh search. So the production design was really cool. That whole 50s futuristic thing, that
Fantastic.
they did an awesome job. Even the costuming is really awesome too. I love their spacesuits. I love their suits that are like knitted sweaters. Those are cool.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, and the production designer's name is Kasra Farahani, and he did Loki as well and Alice
Awesome.
in Wonderland. So I can kind of see like the Loki like parallel, you know what I mean? Like the vibe
Yeah.
that he definitely kind of translated over into Fantastic Four's world
Yeah.
of that like kind of future, because Loki has that kind of like retro futuristic thing going too.
100%. Especially
So
the TVA.
yeah, exactly. So he's that I love that vibe that he creates. And then I found out that the composer, I'm not gonna try to say his last name because yeah, Michael 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 something.
You.
Michael Gia Giacchino maybe? Yeah, it sounds Italian maybe. Michael
Michael
composed the Batman.
Giacchino.
Yeah, he composed the Batman, which I thought was
Oh,
awesome because the
wow.
Batman is has amazing score,
Yeah.
and I really love the score of Fantastic Four as well. Like their whole when they come on that talk show, I love that
Yeah.
what's that called? A choir? Or is it like
Orchestra.
and well when they all sing, you know?
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Choir.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, in the Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Yeah. But just like that.
Yeah. Yeah. And the Batman, like that.
Great
Dun,
score.
dun, dun, dun. Oh, God. I'm going to watch the Batman after we get off of here.
It's a good one.
Like, it's so good. It's
Yeah, the
severely underrated.
that's all I wanted to shout out. The composer and the
Oh,
production
good for
designer
you.
were great.
Good for you. Because these are the people that deserve the thumbs up. And unfortunately, like when you get to the Emmys and Academy Awards, they're the ones that don't get the screen time.
Right.
And that's a thing. And I appreciate you doing that because we're all about the underdogs and people that don't get enough credit when they deserve the credit. So, yeah, very good shout out.
Thank you.
So, what would you,
Rating.
yeah, rating wise?
Um, what did I get? What was last? What did I give?
Last
I gave something like a
was,
4.8. A
you did.
Superman.
Yeah.
I give it a 4.3.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Let me ask
Okay.
B what she gives it. Hold on.
Yes. Yes. Let's get Bailey's opinion in here.
I'm gonna give it a
Now you got it. Now,
3.9.
can she hear me?
3.9.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Ooh, you just got a buzzer.
I liked it.
She liked it, she says.
I liked it. It just made me anxious as hell.
Yeah, she
Okay.
doesn't
Okay.
like movies that at all hint about like destroying Earth, which
Yes.
valid. So that whole part of like, everybody hide underground, say your
Yeah.
goodbyes, enjoy
Yeah.
life.
No,
Yeah.
she kept nudging. Listen, she kept nudging me in the theater. Galactus isn't gonna get you. It's okay. Galactus isn't gonna. And I'm
You
like,
got
I know
yeah.
Galactus isn't gonna get me. Okay. But like the news anchors saying as Earth enters their final, everybody enters their final moments. I was
Oh.
crying. I was crying. No, I want nothing to do with that. Nothing to do with it.
Okay. All right.
Sorry.
All right. So you got the buzzers back. See, I
But
get it.
she
I
liked the
get it.
movie.
I
She
get it.
liked the movie a lot.
Okay.
It's just the
It was
themes
just
freak her out.
the
The
possibility of
impending doom. Yeah.
yes, the impending doom. I like that. I like that. Be always giving out
Pun
positive.
intended.
Yeah. Yeah.
Impending doom. That's a good one. Yeah.
um all right. So, we talked about everything, mid-credit scenes, post-credit scenes, all that fun stuff. I'm going to give this one, and I'm going in open-minded, someone that's started with the MCU with Iron Man, got to enjoy a movie not having to give a shit about anything else that has happened in the MCU. I'm going to give it a solid 4. You know,
Yeah.
again, it's rewatchable as hell.
Mm-hmm.
The cast is fantastic. There's literally not a bad performance in this whole entire film. They were all great. Vanessa Kirby's fantastic. You know, Pedro, come on, he can do no wrong. Joseph, Julia, Ralph, Eban. I mean, they were all great. It's and you guys all know me that have been listening or hopefully listening for a while now. Rewatchability factor is a big part of my score. This is something where I can either be working and have it on in the background or not have anything on, and I'm gonna watch it. So I can easily rewatch the hell out of this. And you know, it wasn't Easter egg heavy. Again, it's a great film for a lot of, you know, whether new families or kids that are just now old enough to go to the movies and they've already heard about, you know, the MCU and Marvel from either maybe their older brothers or siblings or cousins or whatever it may be, to where they can just go in and not have to know anything about anything and just enjoy a movie. And as adults, we can do the same thing. And that's what I did. I was like, I was really glad I didn't have to go in there. And it was great to see some Easter eggs. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it was one of those things to where you weren't just searching for them. Like, all right, how does this lead to this?
No.
How does this go to this? Like, how did this go from Thunderbolts? Which is, you know, it seems like every MCU project, it's Easter egg heavy, and if you don't know your shit, then you're kind of fucked.
Yeah.
So with this, you can actually just go in and just enjoy the fact that Mr. Fantastic is upset because he didn't get the math right and turned his best friend into a rock, but at the same time, he's still trying to save his family, save his son, the whole 9 yards. Human Torch, Joseph Quinn, has been a gem ever since Stranger Things. You know, again, Ralph Ineson, however you say his last name, phenomenal as Galactus. Julia Gardner, oh my goodness gracious. You know, this is it's a whole entire team of people that are just going to do very, very well in life. And I mean, Eban's been crushing it on the Bear, and he's going to go on to do way more awesome stuff. And like I said, Paul Walter Hauser as Mole Man, or the Mole, you know, he's a very underrated actor. And you know me, I like to pull for the underdogs and the people that may not get to be in the limelight 24/7, but this guy shines in everything he does. So great
Yep.
movie, solid 4.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Does B want to? Oh, she already gave her a rating. So,
Yeah.
So
have
yeah,
anything else to
that's
say?
gonna wrap it up for this episode. As
Huh? She says meat moop.
she says, what?
Meat moop. That's what she says. Fine.
Tell her I'll get her some of those falufus here in a little bit.
He says he's gonna get you some falufus. He means labubu's. Lafufus are the fake ones.
I noticed.
You know what a
I'm just gonna
labubu
get her. I'm
is.
just gonna get her some manchichis because those are the OGs.
Yeah, I had a monchichi when I was little.
We
Anyways,
all had 'em.
I don't know how we got
It was
here.
like a staple in every Spanish household. Like you got
Oh,
crackers,
was it?
you got crackers
I
and
didn't know that was
manchichis.
like a Hispanic thing.
Oh yes. When we went to that manchichi booth
Monchichi.
for Toy Fair, I was like, this was like me, Janet, Janice, like we all had one. Like I swear, when you're born in Puerto Rico, they give you a manchichi.
Yes. Okay, awesome. New part of my Puerto Rican identity unlocked.
There you go. There you go. All right, party goers, again, thank you so much for checking us out. Be sure to follow us on social media, Zero Dark Nerdy, and all your favorite social media platforms. Zero Dark Nerdy on YouTube for all our videos. Of course, starting September 1st, we will be on Fox 8 Plus, so be sure to like and subscribe. As always, a big shout out to our sponsors, Stillfish Comics, 3 locations in North Carolina, Greensboro, Winston-Salem, and of course Concord. Let's not forget Golden Ticket Cinemas, the former Brassfield Cinemas, for all your cinematic adventures. Be sure to hit them up on their website, goldenticketcinemas.com. And yeah, for all of your game night needs, for those of you here in Greensboro, be sure to follow Greensboro Game Nights and Events on Facebook. On behalf of Baby Knives, this is Grandpa Knives. I don't know
Grandpa?
what to say. Yeah. Papa Knives?
Huh?
Papa Knives? What would I say?
He didn't. I don't have a child, so I think you're just Papa Knives, I guess.
Yeah. On behalf of Baby Knives.
Poppy
and this
Knives.
is Poppy Knives. We'll see you next time. Peace.
Bye-bye.